Hi guys, this is Amber and I wanted to show you today how to make unicorn horns. So I call this yarn Rainbow and Unicorns because I use a rainbow painted roving. So this is actually a wool and it's a merino and silk blend. I would recommend just starting with regular wool if it's the first time you've done this or you haven't done a lot of core spinning, because the silk will make it extra hard and extra slippery. Same with your wool that you're going to use for your actual horns. This is a wool silk blend, but just using a wool, regular wool, will make it a lot easier. So we are core spinning this, and by core spinning I mean, of course, to take a thin yarn and attach it to your leader. This is actually alpaca, but you could also use mohair. That's a popular one that people like. And you are spinning your other fiber on top of this. So as you go through and do your spinning, and I have a unicorn horn stuck up here in trying to get onto my bobbin, so it's all, it's not spinning real nicely for me. That does happen with this, so just so you know. You're just spinning and gliding it on and using your finger to kind of guide it along as it goes onto the core. So that's what I mean by core spinning. So break off part of your fiber and get to a point where you can stop, and then grab your horn, and I'm going to kind of put this fiber together because I want just the tip of it to really grab right here. And try not to overly spin because you're not going to be able to go back and ply this, so you don't want it really overspun. Okay. And then, I let some of the twist go out. I let too much of the twist go out. But that's okay, I'm about to twist it again. So it's kind of connected on the base. It's definitely connected here on the top. I've got my last unicorn horn that I need to pull through there. There we go. Gets a little tough pulling it through onto the bobbin if you don't have a huge, like a country spinner or one of those guys. But my Lendrum does okay. Now I'm going to go back and take that wool roving, and I'm attaching it right here to secure the horn on the top part. If I want, I can draft this out a little bit if I don't want it to be quite so thick. And then I just, oops, that wasn't as much as I wanted. I wanted a little bit more wrap than that. So we're going to pull this back out. I let it get ahead of me and guide it on as little or as much as you want. And you can really slow it down and let that guide on. And then I'm just using it to reattach down there and grab onto that side. Now, in that case, my roving broke, so I'll restart from here. And then you're just going to spin this back on. And as you continue to spin, it's just going to kind of tighten on there. So there you go. And that's secured on there. So now you have that on there. This isn't the kind of yarn that you can be real aggressive with because, you know, like most art yarns, you have to be a little fragile. You have to decide exactly what your purpose is for this because these will pull out a bit. The other thing that can happen, this is pretty good yarn and it dyes nicely and it does not come off when you go to set your spin and wash it. Now on a yarn like this, I might not even set the spin. I might just let it be, or I might just dampen it a little bit and then weigh it down, especially if I'm a little bit overspun, which I tend to be. And then I can have a smoother yarn, but I'm probably not going to fully soak it and submerge it just because it is an art yarn and it might not hold up to all that. So that's an example of how you can do one of these unicorn horns, and hopefully it was helpful and you got to see what to do and you can give it a try yourself. Thanks for watching.